basketball action here tonight in the Fox Valley Association as the Fond du Lac Goodrich Cardinals play host to the Indians of Oshkosh West. I'm Dave Preston along with Mike Pfeiffer to bring you all the action here this evening in this conference tilt as the Fond du Lac Cardinals are 5-0 overall. They are 4-0 and 3-0 in conference play in Oshkosh West at 1-4 and 1-2.
Well, Dave, the Cardinals have been playing very well this year, as each and everybody knows. I thought a real key test for them was this past Tuesday, a conference game on the road up at Appleton West, a team that was considered to be one of the tougher teams in the conference, maybe to give the Cardinals their toughest test in conference play. Playing that on the road, a very tough game. They came on strong in the second half, a game which they trailed early. But got a great contribution from Eric Grams to come in with, I believe, 26 points, a bunch of boards. Really rose to the top at that point and lifted the Cardinals to a very key win.
Strangely enough, that is the first thing that you would bring up here tonight, because when I went over to check with Dick Diener and just chat with him a little bit about how things are going and what was going to happen tonight, the first thing I always ask him is he going to go the same way as he normally does? Yes, he is. I said, my second statement to him was, it must have felt pretty good to be challenged and come away with a win. And he said, yes, he was extremely happy with the way things transpired, the fact that his team was challenged for the first time, and the fact that he said those are the games that you have to win. And he said, we responded very well. He said that Eric Grams just did a super job. Of course, Joe Harmson getting into some foul trouble, was saddled with 4 personal fouls early in the second half of action. And Eric Grams comes off the pines, and Golden with just a tremendous game, 26 points. I forget just how many rebounds in that basketball game. That was something, Mike, that you and I talked about here as we watched the Cardinals throttle the likes of Marshfield and of course, Oshkosh North 102-70. Was there a team that was going to challenge this Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball team, and how would they react once they were challenged?
Well, Dave, that was a key test. It was a test that they went up and met. It shows you something about this team, the fact that they not only just played with them, but trailed it. You know, I think at this point, in retrospect, that's probably key and something Coach Diener is probably happy about. The fact that they did trail, but they reacted not only just to come back and win a key game, but also when their big man was in foul trouble and played some very limited minutes. Again, the depth of this team came through, and that's something that was very key, is going to be very key for the Cardinals throughout the course of the season.
And we're going to be back here at the Fond du Lac Goodrich Cardinal High School Gymnasium and chat a little bit more, of course, the starting lineups for tonight's game right after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
Fox Diamond Center is proud to sponsor this telecast. We invite you to visit us at Forest Mall, where we offer in-store expert jewelry and watch repair, free engraving and gift wrapping of your purchases, layaway, and more. Fox Diamond Center in Forest Mall always brings you top quality for the lowest price. Your hometown independent family jeweler.
For complete insurance services, call your independent agent serving the Fond du Lac area. Call Insurance Agency, where service is the key. Our staff of knowledgeable professionals is ready to serve all your insurance needs. Call us for a quote at 923-4020. Call Insurance Agency, North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
Remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV. At Silica, you can choose from a large selection of full-size and compact camcorders from names like Canon, Sharp, Quasar, and RCA. So remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV.
Team uniforms, gym suits, bowling shirts. Whatever your sport, shop Team Sports. Team Sports across from Veterans Park on Main Street in Fond du Lac. Visit the Athlete's Foot for brands you'll like at prices you'll love. The Athlete's Foot, athletic wear, shoes, and more. Forest Mall, Fond du Lac.
This telecast is brought to you in part by Consultants Laboratory of Wisconsin Incorporated. Consultants Laboratory is Fond du Lac's full-service medical reference laboratory. Consultants Laboratory providing trustworthy service from 3 convenient Fond du Lac locations. Nothing adds beauty and value like tile from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. For your home or for your business, get the look and feel you want from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. Quality is just a phone call away. Call for your free estimate today. Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile, North Hickory Street, Fond du Lac. Kemper Securities wishes the best of luck to all our local athletes. Call Kemper Securities for expert service for your next investment. Kemper Securities, members of the New York Stock Exchange, located at 66 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. This game is brought to you courtesy of Forest Mall Merchants, where you can catch the best values in town without interference at over 55 specialty and department stores. Forest Mall, one place, something for everybody. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 9, Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday, 11 to 5.
Since 1933, Spees Painting and Decorating has been providing quality painting services for all your industrial, commercial, and residential needs. If your job is big or small, get it done efficiently and get it done right the first time. Spees Painting and Decorating, equipped to do the job efficiently.
Welcome back once again to Goodrich High School, the Oshkosh West Indians, one of the last remaining Indian nickname teams in the state of Wisconsin. And probably my feeling is that once they're all gone, then they're all going to come back again somewhere along the line. We've talked about that, of course, quite a bit. But the Oshkosh West Indians, off of a 17-5 season last year, and have lost 4 of their 5 starters. The only starter returning is Joe Warner. Warner, however, averaged in double figures for this basketball team last year, averaging about 16 some odd points per basketball game last season. So one good returning starting guard, and I think you do recall Joe Warner last year was a very viable force to contend with for Fond du Lac and for most of the teams in the conference. The problem that head coach Steve Randall at Oshkosh West has is that he really did not have much of a junior varsity team to draw from, in that their JVs last season went just 4-16, I believe, was their final overall record. So it was not a successful junior varsity program and not an awful lot to draw from. They have also lost the services of one of their top reserves in Jeff Nozar, who is out, as well as Shabab Gruber, a junior 6'1" forward. Nozar, 6'3", a senior, played considerably for them last year and has been a part-time starter. Obviously, they do, however, like to bring him in off the bench. As Steve Randall was telling me, he responds better coming off the bench, but he is sick. He's down with mono or something like that, and is not going to be available to them for quite some time. Meanwhile, because of that, Steve Randall, quite the character when I was talking to him prior to game time. He says if we had played 10 games, he said right now I think we'd be 1-9. He says the only reason we're only 1-4 is because we haven't played 10 games.
I hope that's a really encouraging attitude for a coach to have.
He's not a happy camper right now, I think, is what he's trying to portray. He has been a successful coach. He's in his 5th year at Oshkosh West, and Mikey has a winning record at Oshkosh West. Even though they have not had the greatest talent, he's been able to get the best out of his talent at Oshkosh West. And I think what you're seeing is a competitor as a coach who is not happy with the way his team has performed thus far.
Well, sometimes you play as a coach just like players. Programs go ups and down. You have your hills and valleys. For Coach Steve Randall this year, not the best of seasons to start out. 1-4 overall, 1-2 in the conference play. It's probably going to be a tough act for him tonight against the Fond du Lac Cardinals. This is a game that, again, on paper, you would expect the Cardinals probably to come away 25, 30-point winners again. However, you don't play them that way. Talking prior to the game moments ago with assistant coach Roger Springborn, he says, boy, I hope it's a blowout. I hope it's boring. I said, Roger, those are no fun, boring games. He says, I hope you guys can't find anything to talk about tonight. Coaches like those runaway games. Most often fans do not.
Well, they can certainly sit back and relax when it's a runaway basketball game. However, I think the thing that the Cardinals probably have to guard against the most here tonight is knowing that Oshkosh West has not had the greatest success this season, although I do believe that their lone win has come against the Neenah Rockets, if memory serves me correctly. One thing that I think you have to guard against here tonight is the possibility of a letdown after having that tough game against the Appleton West Patriots. We're going to be back here at the Goodrich High School Gymnasium with the starting lineups for tonight's game right after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
How would you like a free movie rental? Come to VideoBiz, buy any size pizza and receive 1 free movie rental. And don't forget VideoBiz has VCR rentals, VCR cleaning and repairs, game rentals, CDs, cassettes, and more. VideoBiz and VideoBiz Pizza, Pioneer Plaza, Fond du Lac.
Where can you save thousands on your next vehicle purchase? Todd Motors. Don't believe it? Shop and compare. Todd sells cars for less. We're the working man's friend. Find us at 400 South Military Road. Todd Motor Company, the home of fine cars.
The Fondy Sports Complex, fun for the entire family. The Fondy Sports Complex is open from mid-April to mid-October and has activities such as go-karting, mini-golf, baseball, bumper boats, and much more. To plan your picnic or gathering for next summer, call 872-2688. The Fondy Sports Complex.
American Family Insurance would like to remind you that the most important reason for choosing an insurance agent is service when you really need it. Dennis Gutman and Lyle Birschbach have over 32 combined years of serving the insurance needs of Fond du Lac area families. Find us at 384 North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
For the finest custom cabinetry, call Classic Kitchens. Classic Kitchens has the quality and beauty of wood-mowed, fine custom cabinetry for any room in your home. Call for your free estimate or visit our unique kitchen and bath showrooms. Classic Kitchens, Highways 23 and 41, Fond du Lac.
Once again, moments away from tip-off here at Goodrich High School. Both teams have yet to return to the court, but they, once again, a point you just touched on, I think is very key also. The fact that you cannot have a letdown coming off a very emotional win on the road. And you know, players know what's going on around the conference just like coaches do, and they've got to realize this win up at Oshkosh West may be one of their toughest opponents of the year, one of the toughest tasks, and they got over that hump. So you can't look by anybody.
No, you certainly can't. This conference, I don't believe, is as competitive as it has been in the past from top to bottom. There's no doubt in anybody's mind about that. When you look at the conference on paper, of course, Fond du Lac should stick out like a sore thumb on top of the conference. And then there is really a considerable drop from the number 2 team to the number 3 team in this conference, I believe. Neenah should have stepped up in there and been a challenging force, but as I understand, they have a pair of starters who really have not played very much for them yet this year. Whether that's an ineligibility thing or just what's going on up there at Armstrong and Neenah, I really don't know, but they have not been at all the force that everyone expected them to be. Kimberly, meanwhile, continues to sail along. They are a perfect 3-0 in conference play coming into tonight's activity. But
competition there.
Again, you know, you look at the competition they have faced, and it's questionable that they are going to be as serious a competitor as they would appear to be right now.
Well, that's definitely the case right now up in Kimberly. As you said, they're sitting there undefeated in conference play, but have not played the big horses in the conference thus far, and that remains to be seen how they will match up. The Cardinals, the long shot favorites, really walk away with this thing. I mean, they should easily win the conference, you would expect. And again,
that's on paper.
On paper, but you have to go out and play.
You don't play the game on paper.
No doubt about it.
We've said that so many times before.
And the Cardinals have to, day in and day out, game in and game out, take each game one at a time. The old cliche, because you know it's true. At any given day, anybody can walk on the court and take it to you.
Yeah, you could have, Adam Zakis could come out here and lay a big goose egg for you as far as scoring is concerned.
If you don't, just this past week, here's an instance in hand up at Appleton, Dave. If Eric Grahams doesn't come back and respond with such a big game, Cardinals have a problem to lose that game.
You're exactly right. I don't know who we got on the public address here tonight. I didn't really check that out. Let's go down and check out the starting lineup.
Randy Oleg. Number 11, Todd Hansen. Number 13, Sean Burwell. Number 15, Nate Lutz. Number 21, J.D. Stein. Number 31, Mike Fuller. Number 33, Marcus Detry. Number 41, Mike Cadet. Non-starters for our Fondy Cardinals. Number 3, Jeff Simon. Number 4, Gary Grahams. Number 12, Brad Fester. Number 20, Jason Higgins. Number 24, Scott Vandenberg. Number 25, Travis Ernst. Number 32, Aaron Sheets. Number 33, Matt Rupert. Number 34, Eric Lysanen. And number 44, Scott Marshall. Tonight's starting lineups. For Oshkosh West, the senior number 23, Joe Werner. For Fond du Lac, the senior number 2, Shane O'Loughlin. For Oshkosh West, the senior number 25, Brian Rapetchik. For Fond du Lac, the senior number 5, Adam Zakis. For the Indians, the junior number 45, Mike Flanagan. For Fond du Lac, the senior number 10, Rocky Brown. For Oshkosh West, the senior number 51, Steve Zabel. For Fond du Lac, the senior number 21, Josh Harmson. All for Oshkosh West, the sophomore, number 53, Dutton. For Fond du Lac, the junior, number 0, Joe Harmson.
There you have the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Dave, most notably about those starting lineups, I think that Flanagan, Zabel, and Dutton, the three big men for the Indians, some fair size up there. You've got 6'4", 6'5", and 6'7", some size across the front that we probably haven't seen this season that much of.
No, but the Cardinals should handle that quite easily.
Well, they still have the advantage, of course.
Definitely have the height advantage. I think probably the biggest concern for Oshkosh West, and if Steve Randall has done any scouting at all, and I'm quite certain that he has, their biggest concern has got to be, are they going to get the basketball cleanly across the time stripe? If he was down here and saw the game against Oshkosh North, that's got to be a concern of his, because the Cardinals put 11 points on the scoreboard before the Spartans were able to advance it across midcourt.
Well, that great defensive pressure is what we're talking about, the full court pressure that the Cardinals have been so famed for this year, but just great transition basketball.
Josh Harmson will go up for the center jump. The West Indians come out of there with it. Joe Warner. And the running one-hander, and an auspicious start right off the bat. You win the tap, it goes over the top of 3 Cardinals, and Warner in for an easy, uncontested 2. Adam Zakis, coffin quarter, down low post, heard by high slam-a-jam, and he put it in. Joe Harmson, the first bucket of the game for Fond du Lac, knots it up at 2 apiece. Little token pressure really now applied. The Cardinals not coming out full boat hammering here.
Well, what we're
early
seeing,
in the basketball
Dave,
game.
they're matching up man-to-man, and the Indians are just going to say one-on-one, let's have a clear out, let's let my point guard take it over. That point guard, of course, is Joe Werner.
And look at this. Look at this, Mike. 4-corner offense here by the Oshkosh West Indians. Don't think that Steve Randall isn't going to pull a quick fast one here. Running one-hander underneath by Steve Zabel would knock it down, and high slam-a-jamma comes out of there with a rebound, and the Cardinals quickly back up court. You don't think maybe they want to slow the tempo down a little, do you?
Well, certainly something that if I was the opposing coach, we've talked about that in games past, that would be my thought.
Ball off the fingertips of Josh Harmson. Zakis picks it up, back off to O'Loughlin here to the near side wing. Came into Low Harmson, back out Rocky, 3-pointer there, honeycombed out, tap once, tap twice, needs the bell up to get. Oshkosh West will give it a Warner.
Now this is where it'll be interesting to see how deliberate they want to be, Dave. They've got the lead, or they've got the ball. If they get ahead here,
then they'll be real deliberate, right?
Yep. See, they're going to be real slow. They're going to knock this game down to a standstill.
Yeah, they're going to try and take this down into the 40-point range. There's no question about it. Trying to come in the lane, the ball bank free there. A high slam-a-jamma. Quickly up court, Adam Zakis with the basketball. Leads it back for Rocky Brown. Rocky down to the coffin corner. Here's Zakis. Swing it back out on the skip pass. They come coffin corner. Here's Harmson off to the baseline. 10-footer there. No. Josh tried the rebound. Pulled down by Mike Flanagan. And again, Joe Warner is going to walk it across the timeline. Well, you're going to see this kind of stuff, folks. A team that is...
Well, you get a lot of people watching this game are probably going to say, come on, this is going to be boring. I give credit to Randall.
Yes, I do.
They're trying to find a way to win the basketball game.
That's right, and that's what it's all about. And stolen away by O'Loughlin, given to Zakis, and a foul here is going to be called on Brian Rapinchik. Rapinchik with his first personal, the first team foul.
The whole key, of course, for the Indians is to stay even or ahead, number 1, and number 2 is be disciplined. They're going to have to really make every opportunity count. They want to make sure they do a good job of taking care of the basketball.
And Actually, the Cardinals have to stay in their game as well because they could very easily fall into the slow-down pattern.
Well, and they could also be frustrated, Dave, and
Yep.
that's probably what you really aim for if you're an Indian player right now. You want to frustrate the Cardinals, take them out of what they naturally do, and that's transition basketball.
So Adam Zakis will go to the free throw line here to shoot a pair with 5:45 remaining first quarter of action. First on the win, good. Bill will get one more.
I think we're going to see a lot of fouls tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I just noticed that. Again, the token pressure applied here in the backcourt. And they can still go to the four-corner, Mike. There's,
Sure,
you know, the rule there that the team who is trailing has to force the action, of course, has been changed. Post up in the lane, shot there by Ryan Dutton would not go. Tap, and the rebound off to high Slamma-Jamma. Zakis skips it across to Shane Laughlin. 4-2 lead. Post up to Josh. Try to come down to Joe. Ball bang free by Dutton. And again, the West Indians will bring it back up. But again, they go to the four-corner. Warner working in the middle here. Yo-yo on the dribble. And they slide Dutton down. Pulls up with a 15-footer. Boy, they've had the opportunities, just not getting to drive. Double pumping in the lane. Here's Flanagan. No. Tapped out of bounds. Back to Oshkosh West.
See, what they're doing is they try to pull the perimeter people outside, slide this wingman on the near side down, and then as the player defensively comes to pick them up, they try to go a little give and go on the baseline.
Repenchik back out to Warner. The only problem I would see with it, of course, is and there's a 5-second closely guarded on Joe Warner. He's got to make things happen, and the turnover there on the West Indians.
But he, of course, is your seasoned veteran on this team. He's the guy you want handling the ball. He's going to be your leader.
You want him handling the ball, Mike, but you have also put him in the position where he is really not the scorer in this type of an offense, correct?
Well, that's very true. If he's the guy who's going to be playing that point, especially in this slowdown, he will not be looking to shoot as much. But I think you give up that for an opportunity just to stay with this club right now.
The ball was banged free, but the Cardinals get it back once again. Here's O'Loughlin, left side sidewalk, coming off a pick. Zakis, 16-footer there, will knock it down. Dutton with the rebound, give it to Warner. Warner will jog it across the timeline. And again, back to the four-corner thing. This keeps up. There's going to be some shocked people when they read the newspapers tomorrow, no matter who wins this basketball game.
Well, the Cardinals.
At the lowness of the score.
The Cardinals, Zakis, I believe, is going to get the ball here.
Going to reach in.
Yeah. Cardinals only 1 for 5 thus far from the field, but this is something that can really affect you on the offensive end. Just the fact that you don't get in the rhythm of your game, the way you're used to playing basketball. It's slow down. Then you get there and you get impatient. You push some shots that you normally wouldn't take.
I got to watch and see with Dutton, the sophomore at 6'4", way up on a wing. And I guess it is Zakis who is matching up on him. Repenchik with the basketball. Dutton slides down again, running one-hander, no. Rebound underneath, taken down by Zabel, and he's fouled.
Fouls are
They're
going
going to call it on Josh Harmson. Josh with his first personal, the second team.
And each and every time thus far, they've run the same offense. When they get to the point, they break the man off the left side wing down the lane and get the ball sliding in.
And then he's looking for backdoor feeds or the free throw line jumper.
Right. He either pulls up from 10 feet and takes the shot, or else he has the wingman on the baseline slide down. If your defensive man leaves the wingman and comes up to pick you up in the paint, then you look for that bounce pass down low.
Zabel hits one of the two, and it's a fourth basketball game that, quite frankly, Oshkosh West should be leading right now. And they trail it by 1. O'Loughlin looping feed into Josh, popping back out hole high. Rocky Brown, here's Zakis at three-point land. Comes down coffin corner now to O'Loughlin. Reload. The Rocket, the left side here. Comes to O'Loughlin. Back to Rocky. Looks it in. Back left side again to O'Loughlin. They look into Josh. Can't get him the basketball. O'Loughlin going to take it to the hoop. Can't hit the shot. Tap once, tap twice by high Slamma-Jamma. And then Dutton comes out of there with a rebound. Big sophomore looking for some help. Finds Warner. They get a triple up on him. And Warner globetrotter to the basketball across the timeline. And here's the running one-hander now by Warner. No, and I don't think that Steve Randall wanted that shot right there.
No, not at all. Not if you're going to play this style. It has been productive for him thus far. They trail it by only a point, but they're right there.
And Warner with a boo-boo. No question about that. after you have worked so hard, every time up court, and then to pull that, and here's a traveling violation on Adam Zakin. The basketball will go back to West, and Fond du Lac with a fresh 3 into the ball game. Eric Grams is in, Brad Vester is in, Jeff Simon. Rocky Brown comes to the sidelines. O'Laughlin comes out, and Josh Harmson comes out. And Joe Warner will walk it up. 3:03 remaining, first quarter of action, 4-3 score. And in case you just joined us, yeah, that's right. As they post up in the lane here with a turnaround jumper on the way that will not drop by Flanagan. Rebound, though, pulled down by the West Indians. And Dutton reloads it back out high corner near side to Joe Warner. Warner played by Brad Vester. As they come back in once again to Repenchik, tried to come backdoor side to Flanagan and threw it away.
You know, the philosophy that the Indians have is there. They are doing, the philosophy is, I think, is outstanding, but just lacking some execution.
Brad Vester for 3, shot won't drop. Adam goes up, gets Sakis back to the hole, and he put it in. Adam Sakis with 4 of the Cardinals' 6 points, and it's a 6-3 basketball game in favor of Fond du Lac.
You know, early in this game, it may sound like you're cheering for the Indians, talking about what they're doing, but you just appreciate their effort.
And Warner threw it away. Into the hands of Sundance, running one-hander. High, overlaid it. High, slam a jump with the rebound. He'll put it back in.
All right, Simon with a nice job underneath the basket, goes to the left hand. It's almost a reverse hook backwards and rims before it comes out.
And Warner just threw it away, but I believe it was touched last by a Cardinal.
That's got to go back
and it is going to go back to Oshkosh West.
And a timeout, I believe, huh?
And I think understandably right here, Steve Randall wants to talk things over. His team has gotten away from what he wants them to do. We have 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, first quarter of action. Time out of the court. Fond du Lac leads it at 8-3.
Take advantage of a new convenience at American Bank. Complete personal investment service right in their lobby. Scott Fortune, a fully licensed registered representative, is ready to help you identify your investment objectives and match products to your needs. Visit American Bank today for all your financial needs.
Join the Baker team and be a stringer. Try the Baker brand award-winning string cheese. Any way you tear it, it's terrific. In your lunches, on your next trip, as a dietary snack. Our string cheese is great anytime. Find all our top-quality Baker cheese at most area stores.
Joe Warner got a little bit out of control the last couple of times up court, and I'm sure that that's what Steve Randall has taken the time out for and wants to talk about. And why he has done that, Mike. You talk about the team having to have patience and having to have discipline, and he's the guy who's got to lead it, and all of a sudden he started running and gunning the basketball on court.
It's a very quick timeout, Dave, but it has to be. With this philosophy that Steve Randall has put into this basketball game, if you allow the team to get a 10, 12, 14-point lead on you,
it's certainly not going to work. And there's a bad inbound speed that's tipped free by Harmson, picked up by Simon, lead feed out ahead to Eric Grams, and Golden's going to lay it in. Eric Grams, and it's a 10-3 basketball game, and the philosophy is going to go by the wayside in a big, quick hurry here.
Yeah, all it would amount to do now is keep the score a little bit lower. It would take them out of the basketball game.
Dutton dumps it here for Flanagan. Maybe Skyhook will not go down. Slamma Jamma with the rebound. Outlet pass to Simon. Down court to Grams. Bang out.
Well, the Cardinals have really turned up the tempo, coming off the glass now.
The route now is on already at 12-3. The Cardinals lead it by 9. And it was a 4-3 basketball game here. What, about a minute ago?
Yeah, about a minute and a half here. They've really, and that's the kind of error passes they've been making.
Well, they wind up getting the basketball back, though. Joe Warner. See, they had changed the point guard. They went to Repenchik. Now Warner comes back out between the two rings. Works it right side, Repenchik. Right back to Warner once again. They start that 5 count. Here's Warner down into the lane. Pulls up with a 15-footer and he hit it.
That's the first field goal for the Indians after some 10 misses in a row. The only other field goal, of course, off the opening tip-off.
12-5, they're within 7. Simon, left side, coffin corner, back out, Sakis, swing between the two rings, Bester. Here's Brad down to the baseline, winning one hander there, would knock it down. High Slamma Jamma's going to get a foul here, I believe, over the top of Flanagan. Yep. So Joe Harmson here with his first personal, the third team foul. And on the common foul, the Indians will inbound in the backcourt. Fond du Lac Mike here with the basically just a half-court defense. Almost a little bit surprising there that they haven't come up and gone after him a little bit more to force the tempo.
Tempo, right. That would tend to change it a little bit.
Lean in here by Repenchik will knock it out. Grams goes up and gets. Give it to Simon. Jeff Simon quickly into the forecourt. Near side. Slam it to the ball!
Oh, that was pretty well executed. Harmson, right in momentum, gets the ball and one-hand slam.
Oh, wow. What a feed there, too, by Jeff Simon. Left side. Lean in 15-footer, no. Jeff Simon rebound. Down to 2 seconds. Got a shooter from half court. Off the glass. No, and that'll be the end of the first quarter of action. And our score after one, the Fond du Lac Cardinals 14, the Oshkosh West Indians 5. Back after this in your Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball report.
For all types of commercial printing, call the Print Shop. Get fast, courteous service and quality printing for all your business needs. We specialize in multicolor printing. Call 923-4354 or visit our office in downtown Fond du Lac. The Print Shop, 15 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac. No one helps Fond du Lac County grow like Capelli Brothers and Dietrich Incorporated. Whether it's projects like BCI Burke or St. Paul's Lutheran School, Capelli Brothers and Dietrich are the general contractors Fond du Lac County has looked to since 1950. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, North Hickory Street in Fond du Lac.
Well, Dave, this philosophy, one part of the equation also is convert your field goal attempts because they won't be as plentiful. That's the part that the Indians did not do, hitting only 2 of 13 shots for 15%. The Cardinals, on an effort of the 4 of the last 5, end up 6 for 16 for 40%. Cardinals with a slight edge in the board, 9-8. 3 turnovers for Fondy and 5 for the Indians.
And Mike, if I'm Steve Randall in the huddle in between quarters, I'm going to be hollering that 13 shots in that quarter was way too many shots to take. High slam a jam off the glass and down and a foul.
Nice feed. Harmson able to work himself inside the paint underneath the basket. If you allow him to establish that position early, game's going to be over in a big hurry.
Foul called on Mike Flanagan, his first. That will be the second team foul, and Joe Harmson to the free throw line to try to complete a 3. And Fond du Lac now leads it by 11, and Joe honeycombs this one in. Wouldn't you agree, if you're going to run that kind of offense, and I'm going to look at the shot chart that says we're taking free throw line jumpers, and we should not be. Quickly, here's Dutton into the forecourt, almost threw the ball away, saved from going OB by Repenchik. They get a double up on him, and then an excuse me foul is going to be called on Brad Vester. And you're right, the foul thing beginning to build up here now in a quick hurry as well.
Yes, I fully agree with you, David, the philosophy. If you're going to go into this type of game plan, I would hope my team probably in the quarter didn't have maybe
I would say
7 to 8.
7 to 8. I'd say 1 per minute.
Yeah, and that's all you want.
Yep, and 5 of those had better go down if I'm going to take.
Exactly. You take nothing but very high percentage shots.
Yeah, you got to shoot layups. If the layup's not there, we don't want to take the shot. Well, they go back to the 4 corner, just holding the score down. Now they're not going to get back into this ball game at this rate.
I think if you worked on this in practice all week, it's too late to totally abandon it yet. You're not going to win out running anyway.
That's right. Mike Connect is into the basketball game. It's stolen away by Brad Vester, and the running one-hander is good. Junior there with his first bucket of the game, 19-5 by 14.
The other part of the problem is the Cardinals so aggressive defensively. They have so many quickness, so much hands action that it's very tough to take care of the basketball, even if it is in the perimeter area.
You know, I've got to take back what I was saying there about the pressing defense and the Cardinals forcing the tempo. Here's Warner with a lean in from the free throw line. Again, a shot that you just can't take if you're going to run this kind of offense. And Simon brings it back up, coming right down the lane, gets it back from Grams, and he hits the little puppy in the lane.
Cardinals have really warmed up, have hit 6 out of their last 7 shots now in the game.
Warner swings it off here. Flanagan pulls up, lean in, a little 10-footer to the right side. Noah. High Harmson up to get, quickly up court, and they threw it away. That one was tipped, but then it came off of the hands of Eric Grams and out of bounds. Rocky Brown and Josh Harmson in. Zakis and Simon come out.
The way it appears on the last 2 possessions by the Indians, I think they have foregone their philosophy of trying to slow this down any longer. Last 2 possessions, they've gone down and very quickly throwing up 20-foot shots.
But they still remain in the spread offense formation, and now the Cardinals come back to put some double-up pressure onto the backcourt here on Warner. Actually, Mike, Coach Dick Diener has kind of pulled the defense back, and he's yes, it is an aggressive defense still, but they're I think waiting more now for Oshkosh West to make the mistake.
Yeah, and they've made a lot of them. We got turnover. No, they're going to call it back to Cardinals. The ball
back to West.
West. It looked as though it went off of Ryan Dutton, but however, it'll go back to the Indians.
Geez, I see Dick Bester standing down the line down here. What's he doing off on a Friday night? And off of the baseline here, 10-footer there by Zabel would knock it out. Cardinals rebound quickly back up court to the Rocket. Pulls it up hole high to Grams. Giving a Rocky left side. Herky jerked towards the hoop. Oh, what a nice move by Rocky Brown.
Boy, that was a strong, aggressive move into land. The Giants challenged inside and really used all the body English.
Steal by Harpson. Ahead to Bester. Simon tried to do the Globetrotter thing on the behind-the-back pass back to Bester. It would have been a good move had he been able to execute it. And then almost saved the ball from going OB again. And now here's Shane O'Loughlin back into the basketball game. And now the Cardinals back up here with full boat pressure in the backcourt. Here's where they have really a lot of times been able to make things happen on their press. And Rocky reaches in here on Joe Warner, and now to Rocket with a foul.
I think the Indians are attacking this press nicely, though, Dave. The reason that we're not seeing a lot of action is they're clearing out. They're allowing Warner to work solo one-on-one against Rocky Brown. They feel Warner is a good enough ball handler that he'll be able to bring the ball up. And that way you eliminate the double-ups.
So here's Dutton, the big 6'4" sophomore, as he swings it down to Mike Flanagan to the right side. He is played here by Harmson, cut off on the baseline of the ball, bang, free, picked up by the Rocket. Here comes Rocky, nice look away here to the near side to Bester, pulls up 10-footer on the near side. No, foul is going to be called on who? Flanagan? No. It's going to be on Mike Connect.
Connect, right.
Connect with his first personal. That is only their third team foul.
They'll send Bester to the charity stripe to shoot a pair.
Cardinals as a team right now 3 for 3 from the line. This is Bester's first trip to the charity stripe here tonight. Tomorrow night, high school hockey action for you as the Fond du Lac Cardinals, fresh from a road win over Stoughton and having dropped in the polls from number 4 to number 10.
Pretty much just changed places with Waupun.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Waupun had been number 9 and moved up to number 4. The Cardinals, of course, defeating Stoughton this past Monday evening. And here's Werner now with a lean-in shot, will not go down. Josh Hermson goes up to get. They will face the Verona Wildcats tomorrow night at the Fairgrounds Ice Arena. And that is an 8 p.m. face-off time. And Rocky Brown with a nice move to the bucket and running one-hander is good.
Again, using the body to protect the basketball. It's the second time that Rocky's done that here in the quarter.
And it's a 27-5 basketball game.
And the Cardinals now 4 for 4 in this quarter.
Flanagan in the paint with a 13-footer, and he gets it.
And that's the first field goal of the quarter for the Indians. They are now 1 for 5, so the Cardinals have really lit it up, and the Indians have pretty much put the fire out.
Looping feed. Grams underneath, reverse layup, no. Tap by Josh, tap again, and it's good. Josh Harmson, his first bucket of the game.
Cardinals are really dominating inside now. They're establishing that position. The Indians not being aggressive enough to take away from the basket.
Bad pass by Warner, stolen by O'Loughlin. 3-on-1 to Josh. Good!
Pretty good job by Josh there, anticipating a possible charge ball. Had to pretty much pull up and just lean into the basket. Believe me, when they're full speed, that's not easy to do. And Coach Steve Randall is irate with some of his players right now.
Well, you know, Mike, when you set up a spread type offense, to my way of thinking, sometimes it can work two ways for you. If it functions and it works well, and you wind up leading in this basketball game or playing close, your players are going to feel pretty decent about it. If it turns into something like this, you're at a point where you're about ready to give up.
Well, probably so, but the fact of the matter is this team could not play on the court with the Cardinals in a straight-up basketball game.
I agree, but see, now what your players are saying is, hey, you know, no one had any faith in us in the first place, and we just need to go through the motions from here on out. Okay? Well, the philosophy can totally backfire on you. If it works, it's a great move. If it doesn't, it's going to backfire big. And here's Flanagan with a sky hook in the lane, will knock it down. Rebound away to Josh. High outlet pass out here to Shane O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin into the lane, 15 foot of the way, got 33-7.
Yeah, it can backfire, and it certainly has in this basketball game, but I still give credit for
I do too.
process.
Yep. Burwell, foul underneath, and they will call this one on Golden Grange. I'm just, that's just, I guess, a philosophy of mine. Is if the thing is going to work, and quite frankly, once the Cardinals went out at 12-4, it was maybe time to get out of it.
Well, this is very true, but as you prepare for this game, the week before, what's the alternative?
Well, the alternative is that you have to somehow or another get yourself back into the basketball game before you can think about going back to that spread offense.
Right.
Connect to the free throw line, will shoot a pair.
The philosophy of the spread offense and what they tried to do here takes an extreme amount of discipline. A lot of things, granted, a lot of things have to go right for that to be effective. You have to have extreme discipline. You have to convert your shots when indeed you do take them.
And Connect misses a pair, and Zakas out on the run. Dumps it back here for Josh Harmson, coming in the lane, running with headers, gone. Tough job by Josh. 6 quick points here by him, and Fond du Lac with a 35-7 lead in the basketball game now.
Yeah, they're still making a run at hitting that 100-point mark.
And the ball bang free here on the baseline. They will say that Shane O'Loughlin kicked it somehow. I don't know how they figure that.
The Cardinals in the quarter are 8 for 10 from the field and have out-rebounded the Indians by a margin of 8-1. That dictates your scoreboard.
And they have a 28-point lead. And again, it was 4-3 at one point. Running one-hander here, so we have outscored them 31-4
Right.
since about since there was about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
That's correct.
Josh Harmson.
The Indians at this point have gone from one extreme to the other, from the slow down or the anticipated slow down to now they're just haphazard, and whoever seems to have the ball takes the shot. They really have no offensive chemistry at all.
I think, you were talking about if you're going to run that spread offense that you had to be very disciplined. I don't think that they were disciplined more than once or twice up court with it as far as that goes. They got into trouble with it right away. Josh, down low, high slamma jamma, he'll put it in.
Oh, good touch passes, a 3-rotation pass there, and Harmson able to slide inside. Joe does a good job of establishing that position. Again, that's an area you have to get to before receiving the ball. 29-point
lead now here for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Warner down to the baseline here to Dutton. Tried to come with a reverse, blocked by high slamma jamma. Zakas down ahead here for O'Loughlin, and it's slapped free. Outside Simon, shot on the way from Trey Land, no. And the rebound pulled down by Adam Zakas off the baseline, won't go, in a 3-second violation.
Nothing got folded.
Oh, okay, wait a minute, he was going like this. That's going to be on Mike Flanagan. Second personal there, the fourth team. Simon to Josh, off the glass and down. Josh Harmson, his 8th point of the basketball game. 31-point lead now, 39-8. You already got that 30-point spread with 2 minutes to go in the half. And a lead in the paint by Warner will not drop. Dutton fights to get, picks it off the court, throws it back out to Joe Warner. They slap it out to Repenchik, down off to the right side, connect there with an 18-footer, no, rebound away to Adam Zakas. And here come the Cardinals on the run, 4-on-2 bust out, as Jeff Simon overlaid it, but he's fouled. Foul will be called on Brian Repenchik. That'll be his second, the 5th team. And Sundance will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have Marion College Sports Information Director Craig Hoffman joining us.
Now, wait a minute now.
We think.
I got to ask you about this. Wasn't it just 2 weeks ago that you said the same thing coming into halftime?
Well, we had some difficulties. I think Craig got lost on the way up is what really happened.
Oh.
I don't think he ever made it that night. But I guarantee he will be here tonight.
Jeff misses on the front half. He will get one more.
Talk a little Marion College Athletics. Sabres just back from a holiday trip. Pre-holiday trip, I guess, huh?
Yeah, they were down to Texas, weren't they?
Yep.
40-8 by 32 now, the Fond du Lac Cardinals. And a reach-in foul on Shane O'Loughlin. First personal there. Cardinals have been over the limit, so we're going to go to the free throw line. And Joe Warner will go to the line here to shoot a 1+1. And he gets the first. And a substitution now, Brad Bester in for O'Loughlin. Eric Grams comes in for Josh Harmson. You know, oddly enough, I was about to make the comment at one point here in the second quarter that Josh Harmson had been rather quiet. And it's about that time that he turned it on and scored a quick 6. He now has 8 points here in the quarter. And Warner misses the second half of that bonus. Lead feed ahead to Eric Grams, and the sure hands didn't get a piece of that one that time. I think he looked it away and was looking for the hole.
Seventh turnover of the game for the Cardinals.
And again, here's Joe Warner. Warner to the right side, pops it back up hole high. Here's Flanagan, going to try to take it down the lane. Outside, Dutton, 17-footer there, no. High slam a jam up to get.
Cardinals just dominating the boards, 13-2 in the quarter.
Simon, near side. Adam Zakis pulls up 17-footer. Good. Adam Zakis, that's his 6th point of the basketball game. 42-9 with 1:25 remaining, first half of action.
And the Indians have shot almost as poorly as they can, only 1 for 11.
Bad pass by Warner, picked up by Harmson. Out ahead, Zakis, 15-footer, back of the rim, hoop wouldn't have. Simon taps it free. Bester with a shot on the baseline, no. And it is cleared by Mike Connect. Connect almost threw it away, but Dutton saves it. And Dutton back up court. Going to take it into the lane. Offensive foul. And Eric Grams with a good job and a helping hand from Joe Harmson to get off of the floor. Nice job by the big guy.
I don't really think that Eric felt that bad that he hit the floor, but
I don't. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He ought to go out for dramatics over here, huh?
At least he never seemed to go down that easily in the football
well,
field.
he never, no, of course not. Now, I think the dramatics coach ought to have a little chat with him. 55 seconds remaining first half. Bester, left side sidewalk, wanted to put it up. Now the looping feed, oh man. And Joe Harmson upset with himself there. Grams really with a perfect lead feed to High Harmson, and they just were not on the same page at the same time.
Right, just the feed just a little bit higher than Harmson was going to the basket.
Joe probably more upset with himself there that he just was not thinking the way Grams was. Grams with the rebound. Outlet pass comes down here to Brad Bester. Whoa, what was he going to do there? Why didn't he just take that to the hoop? Warner pops from 3, and he hit it.
Only their second field goal of the quarter. Here they come.
On the run, high slam a jammin', no, and a foul on Joe Warner.
Warner took that ball just to stop the slam from Harmson.
And he almost got it anyway. You know, you look at that type of dominance, the inside game that you can get from Joe Harmson. If you're a coach and you see that 11 in the years column, and you just think, oh my God, one more year of that big guy in the middle. Joe was 1 for 1. He misses the front half, then comes back and gets the second. 12 points here in the first half of action.
Down to 20 seconds to go here in the first half.
And a 31-point lead at 43-12. It was questionable for a time as to whether they were going to get into double digits here before halftime. Flanagan, turnaround jumper, short front of the rim. Golden up, gets it. Give it to Sundance. Simon up across the timeline. Here's Zakis, pulls up, double pumping 14-footer. Honeycombed out. Joe taps again, and he hit it. Joe Harmson at the end of the half. And our score here at halftime. The Fond du Lac Cardinals 45. The Oshkosh West Indians 12. We'll be back here with Marion College Sports Information Director Craig Hoffman right after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
Is proud to sponsor this telecast. We invite you to visit us at Forest Mall, where we offer in-store expert jewelry and watch repair, free engraving and gift wrapping of your purchases, layaway, and more. Fox Diamond Center in Forest Mall always brings you top quality for the lowest price. Your hometown independent family jeweler.
For complete insurance services, call your independent agent serving the Fond du Lac area. Call Insurance Agency, where service is the key. Our staff of knowledgeable professionals is ready to serve all your insurance needs. Call us for a quote at 923-4020. Call Insurance Agency, North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
Remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV. At Silica, you can choose from a large selection of full-size and compact camcorders from names like Canon, Sharp, Quasar, and RCA. So remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV.
Team uniforms, gym suits, bowling shirts. Whatever your sport, shop Team Sports. Team Sports across from Veterans Park on Main Street in Fond du Lac. Visit the Athlete's Foot for brands you'll like at prices you'll love. The Athlete's Foot, athletic wear, shoes, and more. Forest Mall, Fond du Lac.
This telecast is brought to you in part by Consultants Laboratory of Wisconsin Incorporated. Consultants Laboratory is Fond du Lac's full-service medical reference laboratory. Consultants Laboratory providing trustworthy service from 3 convenient Fond du Lac locations. Nothing adds beauty and value like tile from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. For your home or for your business, get the look and feel you want from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. Quality is just a phone call away. Call for your free estimate today. Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile, North Hickory Street, Fond du Lac. Kemper Securities wishes the best of luck to all our local athletes. Call Kemper Securities for expert service for your next investment. Kemper Securities, members of the New York Stock Exchange, located at 66 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. This game is brought to you courtesy of Forest Mall Merchants, where you can catch the best values in town without interference at over 55 specialty and department stores. Forest Mall, one place, something for everybody. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 9, Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday, 11 to 5.
Again, welcome back to Goodrich High. We're at halftime. The Fond du Lac Cardinals in a romp, 45-12 over the Oshkosh Indians. And Craig Hoffman joining us now, Sports Information Director at Marion College. And Craig, Cardinals here off and running. We had shades of a little slowdown game, games that we've seen years gone by. It kind of brought you back memories of, as you and I are mentioning here off the air, of the St. Mary Springs and Apple and Xavier with Steve Larson many years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Randall from Oshkosh West figured that if he's going to stay with the Cardinals, he had to spread out his offense. And, of course, it backfired on him almost right away. Here we are with out right away in the first half.
Right. Craig, let's talk a little bit about Marion College athletics right now. The Marion Sabres, of course, have had some fine athletic programs over the years. Their basketball, again, clicking this year. Let's bring us up to date a little bit out here. The Sabres this year, a much younger team, do not have, I should say, the experience of years, but have some good leadership. And a couple of areas, Troy Schill, Camel Sport, at that point guard spot, has been having a fine season. And, of course, Daryl Lather inside is Mr. Everything for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, has really done an outstanding job, and Mr. Steady.
Yeah, we're 6-5 for the men right now overall, and we're 3-2 in the conference. Lakeland and Concordia are still unbeaten in the conference, although we have to play Lakeland twice yet, and Concordia still has to play Lakeland twice. So the conference for the men is really up in the air yet. There's a lot to be decided yet, and the women, after a fantastic start at 6-0, they've slid now. They've lost 4 in a row heading into the Christmas break. They're 6-4 and 2-2 in conference play.
Craig, a couple weeks ago, I guess it was now, we were out to see the Sabres against Madison Edgewood. Steve Larson, coached that team, and it was a real treat, a game that went up and down. The Sabres eventually losing the game, but one of those terrific matchups again by two of the very better young coaches in the collegiate area.
Yeah, it's really turned into quite a rivalry between us and Edgewood. Of course, Steve Larson with the ties to Fond du Lac, and Mark Boyle's kind of had the edge on Coach Larson coming into this year, and like the paper said, Steve Larson finally got his number.
Right. It took some time, but of course, Coach Larson came around. Craig, the Sabres just coming off a pre-holiday trip down here. They travel all the way down to Texas and play a little basketball. And tell us what happened.
Okay, both teams finished 1-1 in their respective tournaments. The men's tournament was a round-robin tournament. We opened up on the Friday night against Oklahoma Baptist, who was the defending runner-up in NAI Division I, full scholarship school, and they beat us 87-65. We had the lead down to 10 points with 5 minutes to go, but we just didn't have it down the stretch. And then Oklahoma Baptist, after that Dallas tournament, went out to a tournament at Brigham Young, beat Oregon State in the first round, and lost to BYU by 2 points in the finals, just to show you the type of team we were up against down there. And then the second night, we beat the host school, the University of Dallas, 70-63, and the women defeated Dana College out in Nebraska by 10 points the first night, and then lost to John University out of Arkansas the second night in the championship game.
And the Sabres, of course, a very exciting team to watch. You know, we want to encourage people to get out to the gymnasium over at Marion College and watch us find young basketball really progressing. And tell us about some key matchups coming on down the stretch here.
Well, tomorrow we're down at Carthage College in Kenosha for a non-conference game. Then we're in the Whitewater tournament right after Christmas. We open up against the University of Dubuque and then face either Whitewater or Lakeland College second night. And then we come home against, I think it's UW Stout, January 8th. And UW Stout has former Fondy Cardinal Joe Wolf on their roster this year, so all the Fondy Cardinal fans will want to come out and watch that. Jim Siebert against Joe Wolf, the Battle of the Cardinals in that one.
That'll bring back some memories.
And also, Mike, we hope to be getting the services of 2 new ball players the second semester. That remains to be seen yet, but both have potential to start for us in the second semester. One outside shooting guard, and the other an inside player, 6'4" power forward.
No, that certainly adds some depth to the young Sabres team, and I'm sure Coach Boyle would accept that with great pleasure.
Right.
Craig Hoffman, Sports Information Director at Marion College. Greg, thanks for joining us here at halftime again, and our viewers, I'm sure, recognize you not only from Marion College, but from time to time you join us here when we do double-up games, and through the course of the season, Craig, we certainly hope you can join us for a couple telecasts.
Well, I'd be glad to do it.
Craig Hoffman, Sports Information Director of the Marion College here at halftime. And our score once again, the Cardinals 46, the Oshkosh West Indians 12. I'll be right back with a look at all the first half stats. All that and more coming up right after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
Since 1933, Spees Painting and Decorating has been providing quality painting services for all your industrial, commercial, and residential needs. If your job is big or small, get it done efficiently and get it done right the first time. Spees Painting and Decorating, equipped to do the job efficiently.
How would you like a free movie rental? Come to VideoBiz, buy any size pizza and receive 1 free movie rental. And don't forget, VideoBiz has VCR rentals, VCR cleaning and repairs, game rentals, CDs, cassettes, and more. VideoBiz and VideoBiz Pizza, Pioneer Plaza, Fond du Lac.
Where can you save thousands on your next vehicle purchase? Todd Motors. Don't believe it? Shop and compare. Todd sells cars for less. We're the working man's friend. Find us at 400 South Military Road. Todd Motor Company, the home of fine cars.
The Fondy Sports Complex, fun for the entire family. The Fondy Sports Complex is open from mid-April to mid-October and has activities such as go-karting, mini-golf, baseball, bumper boats, and much more. To plan your picnic or gathering for next summer, call 872-2688. The Fondy Sports Complex.
American Family Insurance would like to remind you the most important reason for choosing an insurance agent is service when you really need it. Dennis Gutman and Lyle Birschbach have over 32 combined years of serving the insurance needs of Fond du Lac area families. Find us at 384 North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
For the finest custom cabinetry, call Classic Kitchens. Classic Kitchens has the quality and beauty of wood-mowed, fine custom cabinetry for any room in your home. Call for your free estimate or visit our unique kitchen and bath showrooms. Classic Kitchens, Highways 23 and 41, Fond du Lac.
Once again, back at Goodrich High, real quickly before the second half tip-off, let's take a quick look at the first half statistics. The Fond du Lac Cardinals end up 18 for 36 and even 50% from the floor. The Indians 5 for 27 for only 19%. Cardinals 7 for 9 at the charity stripe for 78%. 3 for 8 for the Indians for 38. The Cardinals with a big edge on the boards at 27-11. 9 mistakes for the Cardinals. The Indians with 12 turnovers.
Fond du Lac was led by High Slamajama Harmson with 14 points in that first half. Josh Harmson with 8. 6 for Adam Zakis to lead the way here for Fond du Lac. Joe Warner with 8 points for the West Indians. And here's Brian Rapinchik, airballing it off of the baseline. Adam Zakis goes up and gets it. Lead feed it ahead to Rocky Brown. Left side, O'Laughlin. Back out to the Rocket. Looping feed down to Johnson. Sky hook. Nope, we travel.
I think he's going to have a, travel will be the call. The 10th turnover for the Cards.
Cardinals, of course, next Tuesday night, travel up to Neenah to face the Neenah Rockets. There's a steal by Slamajama. In off the glass, and what a nice spin move. Baseline by High Harmson.
You know, we've seen as of late the Cardinals have been using Harmson a little bit more in that pressure, and for a big man that he is extremely quick.
Well, Mike, I would say if he, and here's a timeout now going to be taken by Steve Randall. Timeout on the court, 7:37 remaining, third quarter of action. Fond du Lac leads at 47-12.
Of a new convenience at American Bank. Complete personal investment service right in their lobby. Scott Fortune, a fully licensed registered representative, is ready to help you identify your investment objectives and match products to your needs. Visit American Bank today for all your financial needs.
Join the Baker team and be a first stringer. Try the Baker brand award-winning string cheese. Any way you tear it, it's terrific. In your lunches, on your next trip, as a dietary snack. Our string cheese is great anytime. Find all our top quality Baker cheese at most area stores.
Well, Steve Randall made that point very quick and very abrupt. That Oshkosh Indians crew was at the bench for a very abbreviated moment.
Well, the timeout was taken because they could not get the ball inbounded, and he did not want the timeout, and here's a turnover on the inbound speed anyway. So the basketball is going to go back here to the Fond du Lac Cardinals in their front court. They have stepped up the pressure in the front court here to start the second half of action. Rocket, near side to Shane O'Laughlin. O'Laughlin pops it back out. Here's Adam Zakis. Dump it down, coffin corner, Rocky Brown. And threw it away. Look away pass back into the backcourt. O'Loughlin's got to get there. Kind of lazily. And, you know, Mike, really, you'll see a lot of ball players do that. They realize that the over and back, the ball's over and back. But the fact of the matter is, the deeper you allow that ball to go, the deeper down they're going to inbound the basketball as well.
Well, that's very true. And also, if you don't hustle for the ball, the opposing team may pick up the loose change and take it in for an easy bucket.
And Dutton gets the ball down in the lane, and a running baby skyhook in the bucket is good. 47-14. Josh, turn around off the baseline, 7-footer there is good. Josh Harmson with his 10th point of the ball game. 49-14. There's Warner, free throw line jumper. He had a rainbow that one over the top of O'Laughlin, and he got it to go. His 10th point. Quickly back up court. O'Laughlin, left side coffin corner. Here's Rocky for a tray. Off the front of the rim, no. Rocky got it back out of the coffin corner here to the near side. Pops it back out, reloads the basketball to O'Laughlin. Back down to Rocky Brown. Rocky, here's Zakis,
nice
blocked from behind by Rapinchik. Boy, Zakis never saw that one coming. 6.5 minutes, third quarter of action. Rapinchik for three to the near side on the way, good.
Oh, West has now hit 3 out of 4 shots in the half.
Well, obviously they got away from the four corners. Went back to probably their normal type of offensive basketball. Zakis comes around to pick out high, pulls up 17-footer, no. Slamajama up to get, dumps it off for Zakis. Has to, well, I thought he was going to reload it, then he forced it. And Joe with a tap, Joe with another tap, this time off the glass and down. 18 points in the basketball game, and it's 51-19. And the pressure applied here by Rocky Brown on Joe Warner. Warner pulls up head of the key, now feeds it down to the baseline, blocked by Slamajama, rebounded a foul. Well, they're going to call that on O'Laughlin. Shane not happy about the call, and I guess if it were me, I wouldn't be happy about the call either.
Marcus Detry in for the Indians, along with Mike Kinnick.
O'Loughlin's second personal.
And Eric Graham's also in for, check it,
Slamma-jamma.
for Harmson.
And the Indians on the common foul will inbound the basketball. And Rapinchik.
Call it Zekas, I think, Dave.
Yeah. Well, now wait a minute. Yes, it is on Adam Zekas. Second personal, second team foul.
Got Vester back in for Zekas.
And again, West inbound the basketball. They come in here to Mike Flanagan, and a running 10-footer. The bucket is good. Fourth point of the ball game. 51-21, 30-point lead. And Rocky Brown trying to, I think he was looking for Josh Harmson to break to the hole.
I think the ball actually was tipped from behind by a defensive player, Dave, and it ricocheted off a number of players in OB.
It eventually came off of Mike Flanagan for West. And a nice feed from Rocky Brown. He looked it away to Grams, and Eric Grams lays it in.
Oh, offensive. That could have been. I'm going to call it Rocky. That one could have gone the other way, folks. If you take a look at that, you've got Werner coming down, and his arm just goes out and pushes off. No doubt about it. Well, I guess we won't complain when we get a 32-point lead.
In the ball game. Flanagan, and the ball banged free away from Detry into the hands of Josh Harmson. So low Harmson. They come down here to Bester, left side, Trey on the way, no. And Shane O'Loughlin with probably not a good foul there.
Cardinals now with their 4th team foul. The Indians have yet to pick up one.
Again, a common foul, and now Jeff Simon is in, and O'Loughlin has come out. Probably I shouldn't say probably, a good substitution right there by Dick Diener, because O'Loughlin appeared to be getting frustrated, didn't he?
Yeah.
Warner first forces one, and the rebound off to the Rocket. Here's Rocky back into the forecourt, takes it down to the baseline, leaves it for Simon, and he got trapped underneath the hoop, and the ball is stolen away by Detry. So the Indians back on the run, back up court. Connect to Warner. And he got trapped in the air, had to toss the basketball out to Dutton. Dutton brings it back out between the two rings. Round to the left side here, coming around the pick out high now. Warner, lead in 17-footer is good. 53-23, still by 30. And Eric Graham comes free throw line extended. Here's Jeff Simon as they post there to Josh, split it off the post. Rocky Brown running one hitter is good.
Third time tonight that Rocky's penetrated, taking it right to the glass.
And it's 55-23 in favor of the Fond du Lac Cardinals. West to Dutton. He is played by Jeff Simon, and they threw it away. Now the Cardinals really here just kind of need to maintain, and are easily going to walk away with their 6th win of the season. Grams to the hole, partially blocked from behind. And here come the West Indians back the other way. Joe Warner, he takes it to the hole. Running one-hander, he overlaid it. Rebound away to Golden Grams. Lead feed out ahead to Brad Bester. Bester with a running one-hander, it's good. Foul!
This is such a fine transition basketball team. They just get out in the open court and are just about unstoppable.
Ryan Dutton, the sophomore, 6'4" forward with the first foul. Detry and Dutton now will come out. Rapinchik and Mike Flanagan are back in, and Brad Bester will go to the free throw line. He is 2 for 2 thus far. Will try to complete a 3-point play. And after we talking ahead, Brad Bester on the line reminds me that, of course, the Cardinal.
Nice pass by Warner. Look away inside.
The Fond du Lac basketball boosters or whatever with the basketball clinics, of course, ongoing on Saturday mornings. I'm pretty sure they have one tomorrow. Do you recall? Third personal here on Josh.
I assume so, for it's an 8-week session, so it doesn't say Mashida was given here that there are any
Well, I would
exclusions
assume
on
that the next 2 weekends would be excluded. That, of
You
course,
do it on Christmas?
right. No.
Oh, well, maybe that then.
I don't
But
know
yeah,
if
I would assume they were going on this week.
I don't know. You'd probably have an awful lot of no-shows, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
I mean, what's more important, Santa Claus or the basketball?
Nowadays, if you want to be a Cardinal, it better be the basketball.
I suppose. Out of the coffin corner, they threw it away. This is going to be an OB, but it's going to go out of bounds first anyway. So the Cardinals will get it back again in their own front court. Again, tomorrow night, we will have high school hockey action for you. The Fond du Lac Cardinals and the Verona Wildcats. And that is an 8 p.m. face-off. The varsity reserves will be playing Wisconsin Rapids beginning at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. The ball stolen away here by Rapinchik.
Next Tuesday, we'll have Fondy Girls Buckets right here from Goodrich as they will be playing host to the Spartans of Oshkosh North.
Outside Flanagan, leading 17-footer there, no. Brad Bestard bounced right to him. Now needs some help in the backcourt. Jeff Simon steps up to give it to him. Bestard coming down the lane, dumps it back for grabs. Eric, well, they're going to call the foul there on Connect. And that is their first. Second team.
Excuse me, Dave. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. The Cardinals lead it at 58-25.
Golden Grams will go to the free throw line. He has 6 points on the night. He'll shoot a pair here.
Well, I guess assistant coach Roger Springborn should be happy. He wanted a yawner tonight, and it's turned into be just that.
Grams. Yeah, we have him to blame for
I think so.
Boy, wait till I see him again.
Yeah, one of those typical coaches.
But we are not going to run out of things to talk about.
If you were around, I don't think that could happen.
No, I was looking at you. Jeez. 4 points in the second half for Grams, 8 overall. Threw the ball away, but saved from going OB by Flanagan. Right back to Joe Warner. Warner looked into the lane, now goes cross court. Flanagan, three-point try on the way there, pancaked it. The rebound away to Eric Grams. Lead feed down court, Adam Zakis. Here he comes in the run with a running one-hander. It's good. Boy, Adam Zakis, I tell you, he gets to the hoop in a great big quick hurry, doesn't he? 62-25 with 2:18 remaining, third quarter. Left side, Connect with the basketball. Up high, post Flanagan. Reload it now, here's Warner. They give him a pick. And off the pick and roll, and Rapinchik really didn't roll off of it. Cross-court feed, here goes to Connect, shot won't drop, Ziggis with a rebound. Here comes Fond du Lac back on the run. Lead feed to Joe, spins down inside, and he is hammered.
All right, nice pivot by Joe, reverse spin on that, going to the basket. Good body in control.
Gonna call this one on Ryan Dutton. Third personal there, third team foul.
Now, Dave, this team coming into the season was pretty much set. You knew who the real participants were going to be, the real role players were going to be, and how strong they're going to be. But one guy I think has really stepped forward and been a big factor this year is Brad Bester. He's kind of stepped in, was not on the varsity last year, and has really picked up, I think, a tremendous role in this basketball team.
Yeah, he has, Mike. And I don't think that was really unexpected. I think when you looked at what the Cardinals had returning and what was going to be stepping up off of the junior varsity team.
No, his abilities were there, Dave. It was whether or not the mix would be made and to make everything be coordinated together. He has fit into this team just tremendously.
But, you know, a lot of summer work there and probably playing with a lot of these guys through the course of the summer.
I think they're going to call this, they're going to be a partial block here, so it's going to go back to the Indians.
So West will inbound underneath their own bucket. Fond du Lac, as I said, they'll be up at Neenah next Tuesday, and then they take a little time off, very little, before coming back here on the, let's see, is it the 28th and 29th or 29th and 30th? I forget.
think it's
Joe
29th
Hart,
and 30th.
29th and 30th. Here's Simon trying to feed Brad Bester, breaking on the baseline. They threw it away.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right. They will host their holiday tournament
Wednesday and Thursday.
They will host their holiday tournament at that time. Joe Warner running one-hander, no. Reach-in foul on Brad Bester. They will host the holiday tournament on Wednesday and Thursday. The Cardinals will take on Sheboygan South in the 8 p.m. game on Wednesday night. Preceding that will be Milwaukee Juneau and Chippewa Falls making a long trip down here. And off to the free throw line, Joe Warner gets the first. So he will get one more. And the second one on the way, and also good. Substitution into the basketball game now. Back in here is Mike Connect. Just to tell you a little bit about what's all going to take place with us that week. We will on the...
have a travel, first of all.
Right. On the Tuesday night, and this is in between Christmas and New Year's, on that Tuesday night, we won't be bringing you anything. However, then on the Wednesday, and we certainly hope that we need to take a Christmas break ourselves and to be able to go up and see some family. Shot there, no grams, and a foul called in the backcourt on Flanagan, I believe. 1:14 remaining here in the quarter. Mike Flanagan with his third personal. And the fourth team foul. 63-27. So on the Tuesday night, when the hockey semifinals and what have you are going on, we will not be bringing you anything that evening. On the Wednesday then, we certainly hope we're going to have a pair of games for you. We will have at least one. Jeff Simon outside with a tray.
And foul whistled here against Zikas.
And Adam with his third personal foul, 16th. On the Wednesday, then, with the way the hockey thing is going to work, their semifinals on Tuesday night, and then the championship games are at 2 o'clock or 1:30 and 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Consolation and championship
are in the afternoon. So if the Fond du Lac Cardinals are in that championship game of their own holiday hockey tournament, and we certainly hope and believe that they will be, we will be carrying that game. And then, kind of dependent on what happens over at Lutheran, who will be for the first time ever hosting a holiday basketball tournament. If Winnebago Lutheran is in the championship of their holiday tournament, we will make the quick getaway over to Winnebago, and we will also bring you the championship then of that basketball tournament.
That'll taking place on Wednesday.
Right. Now, if Winnebago is involved in the consolation game, in other words, if they lose in the semifinals on Tuesday night, and Connect there is fouled by Jeff Simon, then we'll come over here. Is this confusing? Yes. Then we will be over here where Fond du Lac will be taking on Sheboygan South. But we're hoping that we're going to be able to bring you 3 championships. Yep. And of course, either way, no matter what, on the Thursday night then, we will be here at the Goodrich High School Gymnasium for whichever game that the Cardinals will be involved in. And it better be the championship game.
Yeah, it would be a holiday treat to be able to bring the championship games of 3 tournaments in a row.
Tournaments, right, which is what we're hoping to do. So Jeff Simon here, circle high to the left side, and try to swing it between the 2 rings, and the ball banged free.
That's
40
the
seconds
turnover
remaining
of the quarter, Dave.
Yeah, well, you see what's happening. And somewhat understandably, when you look up at the scoreboard, you're going to lose your intensity.
Yeah. Oh,
and you start going through the motions a bit. And looping feed down here to high slam a jam. He missed the bunny, got his rebound back though, and he skyhooks it off on a baseline and put it in.
Well, job again. The Cardinals continue to on the boards, leading at 13-2 on the glass advantage.
Warner trying to come to Flanagan, and Flanagan did not handle the feed with the English on it, and he lost it out of bounds. Here's Joe down at the other end again, off the glass and good. And Steve Randall was up off the pines on that one. Even even though he is trailing big time. Very upset that Joe Harmson was left all alone. Warner's shot will not drop, and we have come to the end of 3 quarters of play. After 3 from the Goodertie Gymnasium, the Fond du Lac Cardinals 68 and the West Indians 33. Back for the final 8 after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball report.
All types of commercial printing, call the Print Shop. Get fast, courteous service and quality printing for all your business needs. We specialize in multicolor printing. Call 923-4354 or visit our office in downtown Fond du Lac. The Print Shop, 15 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac. No one helps Fond du Lac County grow like Capelli Brothers and Dietrich Incorporated. Whether it's projects like BCI Burke or St. Paul's Lutheran School, Capelli Brothers and Dietrich are the general contractors Fond du Lac County has looked to since 1950. Capelli and Dietrich, North Hickory Street in Fond du Lac.
Taking a quick look at the third quarter stats, the Cardinals continue to shoot well, 10 for 18 for 56%. The Indians 7 for 17 for 41%. Cardinals with a dominant edge on the boards in the quarter, 13-2. Fondy with 8 turnovers in the quarter, and the Indians with 5.
Well, in all reality, I expect to see the Cardinals' basic first 8 here for about the first 2 or 3 minutes, and that's about all. Brad, you're just going to pick up bad habits, right?
Yeah, bad.
You know?
At this point, that's correct.
Yeah. As O'Loughlin, left side coffin corner, Rocky there for a tray, no. Rebound away to Ryan Dutton. Lead feed up across the timeline. Flanagan had to double pump that thing. The tap off of the backdoor side is good by Connect.
The Cardinals just continue to move the ball up court very quickly off transition basketball.
Bester shoots the 3. Shot won't drop. Rebound away. Back out to Bester. Again going to shoot for 3. No. Tapped out of bounds by O'Loughlin. Back to the West Indians. JVs were a winner out here tonight, too. I believe the final on that one was 72-41.
Correct. And I believe the JVs continue to be undefeated also.
So on to the near side here, Joe Warner. Got it down to Dutton. Joe Warner now as they come down underneath, and the lead feed underneath goes to Connect, and it's good. 69-37. Post up in the lane. Turn around there by Josh Hermson. No. See, right now, you're kind of offensively, you're going through the motions. You're not working as hard as you did before. And a bad pass by Warner picked off by Golden Grams. And then he threw it off into the hands of Warner. So Joe Warner, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Rocky Brown. Rocky with his 3rd personal. Cards are over the limit, and that's got to be a bonus here. And Warner is going to go to the free throw line and shoot a 1+1. He is 3 of 4. We're going to get a timeout taken before that by Dick Dieter. Timeout on the court. 6:36 remaining regulation play. Fond du Lac leads at 69-37.
Center is proud to sponsor this telecast. We invite you to visit us at Forest Mall, where we offer in-store expert jewelry and watch repair, free engraving and gift wrapping of your purchases, layaway, and more. Fox Diamond Center in Forest Mall always brings you top quality for the lowest price. Your hometown independent family jeweler.
For complete insurance services, call your independent agent serving the Fond du Lac area. Call Insurance Agency, where service is the key. Our staff of knowledgeable professionals is ready to serve all your insurance needs. Call us for a quote at 923-4020. Call Insurance Agency, North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
Welcome back once again to Goodertie, and 69-37 is our score. As Joe Warner will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot a 1+1, 3 out of 4 thus far, and he gets the first to go.
Ledgers of St. Mary Springs in a key contest tonight up at Applin.
That's a big one.
Fox Valley Lutheran.
Of course, losing their first game overall to Winnebago. Tough loss. Lost it by 2 on Monday night.
And a good win for the Vikings.
Oh, yeah. That was a tremendous game. Had a lot of fun doing that.
You know, I've talked to a lot of people that really enjoyed that game, either watching it here on TV.
I talked to a lot of people that enjoyed it twice. Watched it live, and then went over and watched it again and enjoyed it. Shot there by Rocky Brown would knock it down. Rebound down and away in the lane to Steve Zabel. 69-39 basketball game. Warner has it out between the two rings. Jackknife jumps for three here. Will knock it down. Eric Grams goes up and gets. Outlet pass to Rocky Brown. The Rocket back into the forecourt here. On the run, on the dribble, and the shot goes up, but it won't go down, and a foul is going to be called on Rapinchik. Ryan Rapinchik with his fifth. They will call it a shooting foul, however, and Rocky's going to go to the line. 6 points for the Rocket thus far. Are we scoreless in the quarter?
Yes, sir. 0 for 5 from the field.
Wow. Just looking down at my scoring chart here, I haven't got anything in that column.
You thought you made a mistake, huh?
Yeah, I did. I thought maybe I marked a couple down in the third quarter or something. Rocky misses the front hat.
Misses them both.
Misses them both. Well, we got a point somewhere, didn't we?
Yeah, nice lean-in shot by Dutton.
Ryan Dutton with his 7th point of the basketball game. 69-41. Shot, no. Tap, no. Rebound out to Rocky Brown. Lost it as he went to the hole.
Cardinals 0 for 6 from the field now in the quarter.
Well, you can see some frustration.
Well, the intensity, Dave, is what we're talking about right now.
and
It's just not there, and it's, I shouldn't say it's expected, but that does occur. That happens when you have a big blowout going.
Although not as big anymore. Down to 28 points.
Down to 28 points.
Well, considering what it was, and that now they have 41. Skyhook off the baseline by Zabel. No, Brad Vester clears it.
Well, I guess everything's relevant, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it looks a lot better than it was. Let's put it that way. Tray on the way by O'Loughlin, and he honeycombed it in. First bucket of the quarter. Well, the Cardinals did have a free throw in there.
And that took about 3 minutes.
And to the left side, Flanagan's shot, no. Rebound from Grams into the hands of Rocky Brown. Eric coming down, he'll let in. Eric Grams. And he has 10 on the night. 74-41, and a blocking foul on the Rocket. Rocky with his 4th. And the Dramatics coach doesn't want to talk to him. Now, Rocky's going to come out here probably for the rest of the night. I really thought Rocky played a real good floor game tonight. On the breakouts and what have you, we saw a lot of nice look-away stuff from Rocky Brown here tonight. Travis Ernst is into the ball game for the first time here this evening.
Rocky took the ball to the bucket on 3 or 4 occasions very strongly and came up with points.
Joe Warner misses the front half of a 1+1. Travis Ernst outside, going to shoot the 3. Back of the rim, Boop wouldn't have. Josh Harmson scores again. No lay it back in. Josh now with 12 points in the ball game. 76-41. Warner off to Dutton, left side sidewalk. Takes it down to the baseline. Pulls up 12-footer there, no. Rebound away to Bester. Lead feed up court. They come to O'Loughlin. Leaves it for Grams. Near side to Josh Harmson. Oh, he overlaid it. After all that passing work there, but it's tapped back into the hands of Travis Ernst. And Travis Ernst falls away, and he puts it in. Travis, his first bucket of the game, 78-41. Near side, Connect, come to the hole, blocked by Josh. Rebound away, however, to Connect. Tapped out again by Josh into the hands of Ryan Dutton. Dutton gonna take it to the hoop. Lean in, running one-handed, no. Blocking foul on Josh Harmson. Well, Josh has got to be real frustrated over that because, quite frankly, he didn't get any help down there. And we'll see some new faces in the basketball game.
Matt Rupert in, playing the post position. Josh Higgins in at one of the guard spots.
And also Scott Marshall has come into the basketball game. Cardinals with one starter remaining right now, that being Shane O'Loughlin. Yeah, Josh, he just didn't get any help down there on that. And what did he have? About almost three offensive boards, I believe, or 3 defensive boards that he tapped out.
And now Scott Vandenberg comes in to relieve O'Loughlin, so all the starters done for the evening. With 3:36 to go here in the game.
So Ryan Dutton to the free-throw line. He is 1 out of 2. Now he is 2 out of 3. And the Cardinals, since the end of the first quarter, have been well on their way to their 6th straight win of the season. And I believe still remain ranked number 3 in the state. You seen that lately?
No,
Travis
I haven't
Ernst?
seen it at all.
And shot here. Will not drop from Ernst, and the West Indians bring it back up once again with 3:22 remaining. Dutton, left side,
Travel.
and a travel there by Cadet. And now we're going to get a timeout taken here by the Cardinals. 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining to be played in the basketball game. Fondy leads at 78-43.
Science and TV. At Silica, you can choose from a large selection of full-size and compact camcorders from names like Canon, Sharp, Quasar, and RCA. So remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV.
Team uniforms, gym suits, bowling shirts. Whatever your sport, shop Team Sports. Team Sports across from Veterans Park on Main Street in Fond du Lac. Visit the Athlete's Foot for brands you'll like at prices you'll love. The Athlete's Foot, athletic wear, shoes, and more. Forest Mall, Fond du Lac.
Welcome back once again here to the Goodrich High Gymnasium. 3:19 remaining in the Cardinals with a commanding 78-43 lead in the basketball game. And Travis Ernst. Now Oshkosh West comes back with some pressure here.
Well, they want to take advantage of the Cardinal reserves and get the score a little bit more respectable, apparently.
Yes. And the ball bang free, but out of bounds, back to Fond du Lac. So they come in here to Travis Ernst. Lost the handle on the ball, and now a jump ball called. And the possession will go to West. Up off the Pines now is Stein for the West Indians. As Steve Randall begins to toss in the towel here a bit. And Corey Stein is in. Well, West, as we said, coming out with a spread offense to open up the basketball game. And just simply, plain and simple, they were not disciplined enough in it.
Boy, a 3 on the way.
And a 3 by Dutton.
That was a long-range 3.
I got a feeling we're going to hear a little bit from him here in the years to come because he is only a sophomore.
Boy, yeah, nice-looking player.
And ball bang free, and back up comes Joe Warner. Warner here with a lean in, 10 for the win. Good. He has 18 points for West, 78-48. Marshall, Vandenberg down here to Matt Rupert underneath the hoop. Turnaround jumper is good.
And you hear the big Rupert.
Matt Rupert with his first bucket of the game. Joe Warner, and now West wants a timeout with 2:07 remaining. 2 minutes, 7 seconds remain to be played in this basketball game. Timeout on the court. Fond du Lac leads it at 80-40.
Is brought to you in part by Consultants Laboratory of Wisconsin Incorporated. Consultants Laboratory is Fond du Lac's full-service medical reference laboratory. Consultants Laboratory providing trustworthy service from 3 convenient Fond du Lac locations. Nothing adds beauty and value like tile from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. For your home or for your business, get the look and feel you want from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. Quality is just a phone call away. Call for your free estimate today. Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile, North Hickory Street, Fond du Lac.
Once again, next Tuesday night, we'll be back here at the Goodrich High Gymnasium where the Fond du Lac Cardinal Gals will take on the Lady Spartans of Oshkosh North. 10 p.m. Tuesday night with the replay on that one. Lady Cards as well off to a pretty good start, Mike. And on the near side sidewalk here, Corey Stein. And the looping feed, try to bring it back out to Randy Oleg, and was tapped loose. That's why there was no over and back. Got it down low here on the run. Marcus Detry, no. Detry got his own ball back once again, and he put it in.
Yes, Dave. Lady Cardinals likewise lead conference action at this point.
We have 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining. 80, 50, by 30, the Cardinals. Marshall to Ernst. Ernst coming down the lane, running one handers good. Travis Ernst, his 4th point. Down to 122. Back up court here is Jamie Stein. As he comes off here to Detry, out of the coffin corner to the near side now to Nate Roots. And the ball bang free. It's picked up by Scott Vandenberg. Here's Vandenberg on the rush, on the running one-hander, no. Tapped once by Marshall, no. And then tapped out of bounds, but right into the hands of Nate Roots.
Wrong place to be at that time.
At the wrong time.
Aaron Chase in for the Cardinals. 6'4.5" junior.
And Scott Marshall will come out. And a host of new people in as well for the West Indians.
Eric Weisenden in for the Fondy Cards.
Higgins to Weisenden. Left side coffin corner. Ernst. Tap inside by Rupert, goes down. 84-50 with 50 seconds remaining. Outside shot on the way here by Todd Hansen, no. Rebound in the lane and a foul on Rupert. First personal there. And to the free throw line.
And
goes Nate Roots.
Scott Marshall checks right back in for Fondy. Coming for Rupert.
Rutz will shoot a pair with 45 seconds remaining, missing the front half. Down to what Eddie used to term garbage time. And you get the feeling you're gonna see a lot of that type of thing here this year, Mike.
Yeah, you certainly expect the Cardinals in the majority of their games to have some pretty hefty leads.
I'll tell you, if you're a reserve on this basketball team, you gotta be kind of happy you're gonna get a little playing time. Higgins dumps it outside, shot on the way there, will not go down from Aaron Chase. Tap once, tap twice, Vandenberg in the paint, then he hits the little 10-footer. His first bucket of the game, 86-51. Down to 13 seconds. Oleg will not drop. Vandenberg with a rebound. Up court comes to Jason Higgins. Look to Weisenden, back out. Vandenberg to the near side. Three-pointer from Scott Marshall, no. Clock runs down, ball game is over. And the final score here tonight, the Fond du Lac Cardinals 86 and the Oshkosh West Indians 51. And we'll be back to wrap it up for you here from the Goodrich High School Gymnasium right after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
Please wishes the best of luck to all our local athletes. Call Kemper Securities for expert service for your next investment. Kemper Securities, members of the New York Stock Exchange, located at 66 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. This game is brought to you courtesy of Forest Mall Merchants, where you can catch the best values in town without interference at over 55 specialty and department stores. Forest Mall, one place, something for everybody. Open through Friday 10 to 9, Saturday 10 to 6, and Sunday 11 to 5.
Since 1933, Spees Painting and Decorating has been providing quality painting services for all your industrial, commercial, and residential needs. If your job is big or small, get it done efficiently and get it done right the first time. Spees Painting and Decorating, equipped to do the job efficiently.
How would you like a free movie rental? Come to VideoBiz, buy any size pizza and receive one free movie rental. And don't forget, VideoBiz has VCR rentals, VCR cleaning and repairs, game rentals, CDs, cassettes, and more. VideoBiz and VideoBiz Pizza, Pioneer Plaza, Fond du Lac.
Where can you save thousands on your next purchase? Todd Motors. Don't believe it? Shop and compare. Todd sells cars for less. We're the working man's friend. Find us at 400 South Military Road. Todd Motor Company, the home of fine cars.
The Fondy Sports Complex, fun for the entire family. The Fondy Sports Complex is open from mid-April to mid-October and has activities such as go-karting, mini golf, baseball, bumper boats, and much more. To plan your picnic or gathering for next summer, call 872-2688. The Fondy Sports Complex.
American Family Insurance would like to remind you that the most important reason for choosing an insurance agent is service when you really need it. Dennis Gutman and Lyle Birschbach have over 32 combined years of serving the insurance needs of Fond du Lac area families. Find us at 384 North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
For the finest custom cabinetry, call Classic Kitchens. Classic Kitchens has the quality and beauty of wood-mowed, fine custom cabinetry for any room in your home. Call for your free estimate or visit our unique kitchen and bath showroom. Classic Kitchens, Highways 23 and 41, Fond du Lac. Take advantage of a new convenience at American Bank. Complete personal investment service right in their lobby. Scott Fortune, a fully licensed registered representative, is ready to help you identify your investment objectives and match products to your needs. Visit American Bank today for all your financial needs.
Join the Baker team and be a first stringer. Try the Baker brand award-winning string cheese. Any way you tear it, it's terrific. In your lunches, on your next trip, as a dietary snack. Our string cheese is great anytime. Find all our top quality Baker cheese at various stores. For all types of commercial printing, call the Print Shop. Get fast, courteous service and quality printing for all your business needs. We specialize in multicolor printing. Call 923-4354 or visit our office in downtown Fond du Lac. The Print Shop, 15 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac. No one helps Fond du Lac County grow like Capelli Brothers and Dietrich Incorporated. Whether it's projects like BCI Burke or St. Paul's Lutheran School, Capelli Brothers and Dietrich are the general contractors Fond du Lac County has looked to since 1950. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, North Hickory Street in Fond du Lac.
Welcome back once again here to the Goodrich High School Gymnasium. Final score out here tonight, the Fond du Lac Cardinals defeat the West Indians 86-51, their 6th win in a row on the 93-94 season. And it was an interesting ball game here at the beginning at any rate, Mike, because Oshkosh West comes out in the spread offense to start this basketball game. And the only problem with it was they weren't very patient with it, and they weren't very disciplined in it. And you had a 4-3 basketball game with, what, about 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And by the end of the first quarter, Fond du Lac was up 14-5. They just exploded, and the explosion, of course, continued in the second quarter. And at halftime, it was 45-12.
Well, Dave, it was interesting to see Coach Steve Randall come out in that spread offense. It's something last couple of games that we've seen the Fond du Lac Cardinals in. You and I have discussed, how would you, playing devil's advocate, go against this team? And I think you and I agreed that would be the route to go to try to slow the ball down. I think the philosophy was correct. Maybe just a lack of discipline on the part of the Indians players from a few occasions that really took the philosophy away. And as we at the time, to go to this type of philosophy can be effective, but an awful lot of things really have to happen in your favor. You have to really do an excellent job of decision making. You have to do an excellent job of taking care of the basketball. And on the few shots that you do take, you've got to hit a high percentage. That's the only way you can be effective. But of course, when you roll the dice in a game like this, and more often than not, it's not going to work in your favor. But give credit where credit is due. I give their staff an awful lot of credit to give the thought of trying something different and approaching it in that manner.
Well, I think we probably inadvertently hit it on the head here with a couple of comments that you and I both made. Number one, going into at the end of the first quarter, Oshkosh had taken 13 shots in that quarter. If you're going to play this deliberate style, this slow down and pull the ball out, whatever you want to call it, 13 shots in the quarter was too many. I don't think you want any more than about 1 per minute,
Right.
Which would leave you with about 7 to 8 shots was what you wanted to take in the quarter. Oshkosh West had almost doubled that, so they were way, way over that. You also made the comment that I think in the second quarter I said, hey, you know, maybe they've been in the spread now too long. Maybe it's time to get out. And you said, well, this is what they practice. This is exactly how long do you figure maybe they did practice that spread offense? You know, that's certainly not their normal offense. I'm sure they had a game on Tuesday night, as everybody else did, which left them with 2 nights to work on a spread offense. That's not enough time if you're going to be disciplined enough to run this. It would have to be something that would be in your repertoire from the beginning of the season. And the way they played it tonight, I doubt very much that it has been in their repertoire since the beginning of the year.
Well, it's very tough. I grant you to put it in 2 days. It's extremely tough to do, but an awful lot comes down to the discipline of your players on the court at that given time. You could practice it for 6 months, and if you don't have disciplined players, it's not going to make a difference.
Exactly.
You've got to have the right personnel that's going to adjust to it. Not only the fact, Davey, you mentioned that they took 13 shots in the first quarter, and again, I fully agree that was too many in that philosophy, but they only hit 2 of those 13, and now you've got a major problem.
Take a look at the final statistics on the basketball game here tonight.
Oh, okay, Dave, the